Welcome to this tutorial on assisting UW-Madison students during early voting and on Election Day. This covers, number 1, voter ID along with proof of enrollment, and number 2, registration and proof of residence. Student number 1 has registered in advance of Election Day using their current Madison voting address, but they still need to show ID. The standard WIS card is not acceptable, as it does not meet the specifications in the law. An out-of-state driver's license is also not acceptable. Of course, a student can use any of the forms of ID that are acceptable, such as a Wisconsin driver's license. The address on any of these does not matter for voter ID. Any UW student can get a free student voter ID at Union South. Just bring your WIS card to the WIS card office. On Election Day, there may be additional locations to get this ID. The special student voter ID card meets all the specifications in the law. It has an issue date, an expiration date 2 years after the issue date, a signature, and a picture. Because of a court ruling, it can be used even if expired, but it must still meet the specifications. When this student ID is used, proof of enrollment, abbreviated as POE, must be shown. POE can be presented electronically or on paper. A simple way to get proof of enrollment is at go.wisc.edu/verify. The student logs in, and then this document is shown. It has the student's full name and certifies enrollment status. When used as POE, the address does not matter. There are alternative proofs of enrollment. The Wisconsin Elections Commission has approved a class schedule, a tuition fee receipt, or a certified campus housing list. The Madison clerk has approved the ASM bus pass for the current semester as POE. Again, for POE, the address does not matter. Student number 2 comes to vote, but first needs to register using their current Madison address. In Wisconsin, a voter must be 18 by Election Day, a U.S. citizen, not on probation or parole, and a resident for 10 days. For students, residency for tuition purposes has no connection to Wisconsin residency for voting purposes. Be very careful filling out a registration form. It's a legal document. The writing must be legible. It must be complete. Use a transparent overlay to ensure the required fields are completed, and ask a colleague to double-check the form. Proof of residence must be shown. Any UW web page is a government document and may be used for POR, proof of residence. An easy way to get POR is to use go.wisc.edu/verify. We used this same item as proof of enrollment for student number 1. It is a government document and shows the student name and address. Document this POR on the registration form. Use G for a government document. The issuing entity is UW-Madison. There is no student number or account number on this page, so leave the number field blank or write N/A. But what if the address shown is not the current Madison address? Here is where it gets complicated. To update the address, the student goes to My UW, logs in, and selects Student Center. Students use the Student Center to register for classes. Scroll down and click on Mailing Address, and then edit the address. Here is what these steps look like. From the UW-Madison homepage, click on My UW. The student logs in using their net ID and password. Then several tiles are shown, and one is usually the Student Center. If the Student Center tile is not shown, use the search box at the top to find it. Then click on the Student Center Launch button. The Student Center is a very busy page. Scrolling and resizing are needed. Notice that on the first page of the Student Center, it does not show the student's full name, so it may not be used. for proof of residence. Scroll down and click on the words mailing address. This allows editing of the address. After editing, this page of the Student Center can be used for proof of residence. It's a government document, and this edit page has a full name and address. In the Student Center, there is a mailing address, a home address, and a third address can be added. If the Student Center is being used as POR, any of the addresses could be used. The student may be interested in knowing that the mailing address from the Student Center is the address that appears on the enrollment document from go.wisc.edu/verify. POR can be presented electronically or on paper. So let's review. Go.wisc.edu/verify can be used as proof of enrollment, and the address does not matter. But when used as POR, it must show the current Madison voting address. As previously mentioned, a second option for proof of residence is the page from the Student Center that is shown after editing the address, when the student's full name is visible. Thanks for following along with this tutorial and serving as a Madison election official.